We are starting our Open Space Committee meeting October 3rd, 7 PM at 7:10 PM. Okay, we are being videoed. Has everybody looked at the minutes from the previous meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, and I do have a question
About the minutes?
about the minutes. It said that we agreed to do townwide mailing and flyers half size in color. Are we really doing color?
That's color, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Christie did them on her laser printer.
Yeah.
It was a cheap option.
Oh, there is color here. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Do you have any changes to the minutes?
No.
Dick? Changes?
Come on.
Do you have any, excuse me, changes to the minutes?
No.
Excuse me.
Okay, I entertain a motion to accept the minutes. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Second? Yeah.
Did you get a second?
Nope, I didn't.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay, good. All right, and the finances reviewed and fundraising prospects. So we have one more week of fundraising, right? This week
This week?
is the last week.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And the finances,
Do we need help handling that? Do we need help handling the
No,
last week?
What Becky did today, and it's between Gordon and me on Saturday. I was going to ask Scott, but he's not here. So maybe I'll ask Scott anyway. All right, so do we know how, so you have, what was there,
So the
right?
last amount I have that you guys just gave me is $1,822.80.
And then what do you have for this?
Then I have another 20, 57, and 42.
Okay. So we're almost up to 2,000.
Yeah. And I have another donation coming in.
Right. And I
I
don't,
checked tonight, not ready.
right.
I'm hoping it's the big one,
And I
meaning
want,
200.
yeah, I'm going to deposit when I deposit
Yeah.
these.
Okay. So will this cover our expenses? I mean, we've got from you today at the dump, transfer station. And then, you know, we have 3 days of the transfer station. Whether we get the 200 that we usually get,
Yeah.
we'll see. Because, as you said, you went back and there was nothing. So,
I had an interesting thing happen at the transfer station. Went in Tuesday noontime, cleaned everything up, not a bottle left anywhere. Went in at 3:30, not a bottle anywhere, nothing. All afternoon, nobody put in a single can in any one of those containers. I'd never seen it.
yeah. Yeah, it said it had the Boy Scouts on the thing today when I went.
Yeah, that's because late in the afternoon I changed. And I changed a week early. I'll fix it.
But do you have the little magnet in your car?
Yeah.
So I can bring it with me on Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll grab it Saturday afternoon, because we can grab everything that we have left over there. We have a lot of bags left.
Okay.
But we can donate them to the cause if that's the end of it. All right, so will the 2,000
Well, plus you have some more donations,
Yep,
so we'll be close.
yep. And I don't mind donating to finish it up. All right. The letters to the editor. Now, I guess Becky needs to resend her letter to the editor to the Nut, because they don't do letters to the editor. And maybe she can do the,
Well, it just needs to be reworked
as an article. Right,
And it needs a good picture.
yeah.
But yours was printed in the Tribune.
I sent one Friday.
Did anybody
And-
see
yeah,
today's?
Yep, it came out.
Oh, it did?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep, it was
Was that
great.
okay? what I
Yep,
said?
yeah, and yours was great for the next time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was-
I
that
emailed
was
mine
good.
over to them,
Excellent.
so.
Yeah, that was great.
So where's the chart here?
Messaging wise, is anyone hearing any negatives out there? Is anyone hearing anything?
Have we gotten anything on the,
No emails.
Yeah, I mean, I emailed-
other than, yeah.
I
other than
emailed
the-
her, and I'm like, who's out there? And she's like,
It's
we're
me."
getting it. And I'm like, well, who are you? And she's, it's Christy. But, yeah, so, but, you know, it's on the flyer, so maybe
Yeah.
they will start coming in.
Well, if they have questions, if we're doing a good job and we're educating people, then,
Yep.
you know, all we need is to ask them to go vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting any, any pushback on asking for donations.
Okay.
Yep, I think it's,
Well, keep your ears to the ground, because it's good to, you know, if something does come up, it's good to be able to address it and then move forward, so. But we have to also do a little, I said I'd help you out with like bullet points for social media posts.
Yeah.
But maybe that's like towards the middle of the month, because if we start too early, people aren't really gonna
Yeah.
connect the dots, so. So it'll be integrated maybe when the mailing comes out and the signs go up, and then they're seeing it on social media too.
Okay.
so yours will go in the paper on the 4th. No, it went in today for the 4th.
Yeah.
Well,
Had to
that's
go,
the next
had to go in on the 4th, yep. The next one I have for Becky, but if she's going to switch it over to an article, I don't know, maybe she could just put what she did for the other one in.
Right.
All right,
She can
So.
just- Yeah.
I'll remind her.
And I think the Express is next week, and she sent something to them inadvertently, so
Oh, really, yeah.
I don't know who we have.
We don't have anybody for the Express, but,
Thought I had that on there, okay.
I mean, you know, I have her name, but. So, yeah, and then the next one is Betsy, which she wants some help with. But- And then Gordon, and then you, and Sarah on cable. All right. Now, I called the Adult Social Center to put in one of these inserts, and they got back to me and said, we can't do it because it's political.
Fine.
So,
Because it's why?
political.
Who said that? Patrice?
The director. Yeah, I talked to Jennifer Zipkak, and she then she was going to set it all up and put it right in the paper rather than as an insert. And then she talked to her director, and she said, can't do it because it's political. So, but we can bring these sheets down there and, you know, so. That's unfortunate, but
What's confusing me is how much encouragement she provided when I was getting signatures to get it into the ballot. And she was actually interrupting her classes to say, Dick has a question for you, and sign it's good. So why is it now political?
Well, also, this is something that's in their, maybe part of their budget. So when they're expending funds, it might be a little different than when they're having a conversation. That's a guess on my part, but, it is what it is, so let's move on.
I think you could probably bring a bunch of these flyers down, and, I'm sure they'd be encouraged to take some. She said 50 people a day, every day, down there.
Do they need a speaker? One of us can go down there and talk to them about it, right? So,
Yeah, if you want to ask to see if we can, if they want a presentation, and bring some of these down. I'm too young to hang out down there. Okay. Next is, all right, signs.
so I thank everybody for taking the time to review the sign draft. I put all the comments back to the designer, and the signs were ordered today. And if you look at the bottom half of this sheet, you'll see that with tax, the total was $664.06, which is basically $6.64 a piece, including the wire, the H-wire. So the important thing with this is to start to jot down places you think we need a sign.
You can put one in front of my house
Right.
on 3C Street. People
So-
drive by there all the time.
Yep, but any other friends, family, or whatever who will take a sign, and then key intersections, so that when we go out and put these signs up, we have an idea of where they're going. And we should have enough, but if, the priority is intersections and high traffic, right?
Yeah, after we get those covered, then we can
Right.
take home individual ones and put them in our,
Well, no, but if somebody lives at the end of a cul-de-sac and nobody, they see 2 cars a day.
Yeah, I live right on C Street.
Awesome.
she's high
Right
visibility.
next to the insurance company.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's perfect.
Tons of traffic on my road.
And so we have other people who have made donations or supported us in different ways. We need to just pull that list together so we can go out and say, take a
Yeah,
sign.
that's true, signs it. And
So that'll be, we should get them next week. I'll have to talk to Gordon. I don't know if we were talking about the bars in Waltham, but this is
Yeah.
actually in Woburn.
oh, he
So,
probably has a brewery in
yeah.
Woburn.
But then it'll be all hands on deck to just get them out there and plant them so that they like pop up overnight. It'll be cool.
So we could bring them to the meeting next Thursday. And all right.
And then, do you want me to go on? So the printing costs, I know it was close to, or over $2,000 in the beginning when I asked one vendor. So now you can see this is the breakdown, and there might be a little flex there in the cost of the postage, but right now it's less than $1,500 to reach 3,115 people. And we have basically,
I have a sheet.
oh, I didn't give you one? We have basically the information on this, but we need it reworked a bit so that you have to have.
That's what I was like, yeah, you need all these things on it.
Yeah, at some place on here, and it might be a little bigger than this, you have to have a space that just says customer or resident.
Postal customer.
Yeah, postal customer or resident, and the indicia for the, that says it's been paid, basically. And so they leave, there's a template and everything, and so I talked to
Yeah, these two things, yeah.
yeah, I talked to a designer, and she's gonna just help us rework it so that it is the correct size and everything. and then they're ready to go. So they include labor, they include delivery to the post office, sorted for zones and everything, and
So can we hand these out as is?
yes,
Right. These are for the mass mailing for the town,
Okay,
what she's talking about.
just chicken.
yep.
Yeah. Good to check.
So the total for the printing and the postage is $2,144.27, which means that by the time we get all the funds, we're pretty much close to spending what we've raised. And then, like for the signs, whoever goes to get the signs, Kathy, if we can get a bank check, and I forgot, I'll send you the invoice.
Okay.
And then the bank check, so that the person who picks it up can just hand them the check and pick up the signs.
Okay.
And that'll be the same or a bit earlier for the printer. But I'll double check with them. And so, we'll get a proof back and everything, and if I send that around, everybody needs to check it as quickly as possible, because we need at least 7 business days to get it out. And I don't know how many people in town are gonna, early vote on the 19th, but we want to be able to not wait too long into the cycle.
Yeah, we get kicked out of the gym on the 13th.
On
So
13th?
no pickleball in the gym from the 13th through voting day in November or day after.
Really?
Well, I hope all the pickleball people vote yes, so we can maybe,
We just got
Spend some
insulted
funds on
and
a
Get
want
back
us to
pickleball
vote
to their
yes.
court, yeah. Yeah. Promise them pickleballs.
I almost was going to say that in my letter. I just said other recreational.
You have a few dollars donations over there to say pickleball people aren't too unhappy. What is the bank account right now?
Number?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said it was,
We just had a request for
something, right?
2,100.
No, she said it was $1,822.80, plus what she got tonight, and,
including what she got tonight.
oh, including what she got?
No, that-
No, plus.
It's 182280, and then in addition, I have like another, what is that, 98,
So is this $2,000 number real?
Except for the flux in the postage.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yes,
All right, so we should be okay finance.
if the rest of the donations come in.
right.
Yeah, well, we have this week of bottles and cans. And I have one more donation, which I'm hoping is on the high side.
And I pledged a book donation, but we'll figure out
I think we're okay.
what's needed.
We have another 319, including my donation and these.
Yeah.
And then,
But Kathy, is that the running total, or did you take expenses out of that?
Yeah, expenses are out of that.
Okay,
except, you had the overnight mailing
Yeah,
and
but
things like that. But
I can donate that too, so,
Like the bags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's all covered, yep. Scott got paid for his bags.
If we're not okay, we're close.
very.
Close enough. Yep.
And we'll bake another week of bottles and cans. Although I can assure you that in the winter, it's a lot different than it is right now.
Or just hit up a couple people that we know that can,
Yep.
it's a lot easier to accept a check than deal with the cans of bottles.
I agree.
It bottoms out in the winter for cans?
The fingers get cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are drinking more out of bottles instead of cans in the winter.
Okay, what else?
All righty, where's that? Inserts and flyers. So we're good on that. We're going to work on the insert
Wait, insert for what?
with the, well, not the insert, okay.
Oh,
Work
the
on
mailing.
Yep.
Okay. The
Purple,
insert's gone,
purple and
yeah.
items. All right, and,
If anybody has a good photo that they'd like to include, it would be great to have some people maybe in the park or something like that, just to make a little better connection.
Me and my dog sitting on a rock.
Well, just think about it. We have a,
Photos.
we have a couple
Plenty
days.
of photos, horseback riding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the photos from the open space and recreation plan and stuff like that, so it's always good to have at least one people photo in there, because otherwise it just feels like,
It's all about building.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
including this money and what I donate, it's going to be 2,141.80.
Oh, so we're
So we're like-
$3 short. I've got 3 right in my wallet. You want it? And maybe even the 80 cents. Great.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah. Wonderful.
making it happen.
Well, if this passes, we might want a little party at the end.
Yeah.
That's on you, Dick.
If we have it in the kitty and we have to get rid of the kitty, we,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I drove across country, we're like, meow, the kitty's meowing in the glove compartment. We need to go over and get some food. So, all right, Oktoberfest exposure. Take these yellow sheets around and then distribute the white sheets.
I like them.
You can give people whatever you want.
Give them one of each.
Yep. But the little ones are, you're the one with the small pieces of
All right.
paper.
Here's my vision. And I'm dumping this all on me. Sandwich board, front and rear, all day long, walking around, are you Douglas resident? Handouts, talking, Community Preservation Act, all day.
So we'll make you some sandwich boards. 'Cause we
Well, I
won't
was
have
going to
them.
use 2 of the signs that we're making, but they aren't here.
Right.
They aren't here, unfortunately.
I can make you a sign.
So he needs front and back, or just back. No? Just on the back.
Well, I was visioning front and rear. I
Okay.
mean, people see you coming,
True.
And they run.
yeah, and then run and hide, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's great if you can be there all day, but I think we should try to have a couple shifts. So if people can stop in or wherever our central location is going to be and grab some, so that we have somebody circulating, and not just Dick, out there during the whole thing.
Well, I dropped some of the sheets off, half sheets at the library today. They're very easily, just like you walk in the front door and just on the left, there's a shelf that I could just leave all of those, and that if you need to restock
No.
after walking around, or that could be a meetup place.
Or we have phones, we can call each other too, but I don't think we can expect people to, pick them up. We have to actually try to talk to people. Are you a
Right.
Douglas
But,
resident?
yeah, just leave them there, and then if you need some more, you can go get some more from there,
Right, but if they're left out on the counter, somebody can come by and just dump them all.
right?
So we
It's
just have to have a
basically, yeah.
little more,
I could put them in my box there, just as a place to stash them,
sure, okay.
right
was-
inside the door on the left.
I was thinking here, how do you carry these? And then I said, well, hey, stupid, you already have one at home,
Carpenter apron,
a carpenter apron.
Yeah, I was, yeah, nailed, yeah.
yep.
Yep.
So is everybody able to be there at least an hour to work the crowd?
I might be able to float around, but I have to be at the spa.
Yeah, but do you have any idea when you could?
I don't have a time. It depends kind of what she's doing there, because I'm scheduled to work.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So,
Gordon's serving breakfast someplace, so I'm doing the dump in the morning, and he's doing the dump around noon, and I'm going to do it in the afternoon. But in between, I'll
That
be
could be interesting.
earlier, middle day, I'll be at the Oktoberfest.
Yeah, people are going to have difficulty getting there,
Parking?
right? as much as we're going to have trouble keeping things picked up. Be an interesting day.
It's supposed to be nice weather, anyway.
Yeah, the weather,
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I hate
We're gonna have
Oktoberfest
good
when
weather?
It's raining.
Kathy, are you going to be there at all?
I can try.
Do you want morning or afternoon? Do you have a preference?
I'm not sure what I got going on Saturday.
Can you double check?
Yeah, I'll double check and I'll let you guys know.
So then we have Gordon, Betsy, Scott,
I haven't heard from Scott in a long time.
no, the other Scott.
Oh, Scott Kibbe, yeah.
All right, let's see what else. I'll be there a good chunk of the day, and I can just take a break and circulate, so.
I mean, we could keep the flyers at the junk store might be a better,
What about your box, and we can put them on the porch?
at the junk store?
Yeah,
Yeah, just shoebox. I'll just put them in, young porch on the junk store. You want to get me some new shoes?
does everybody have each other's cell phone? I can't remember if we circulated that before.
Nobody has my cell phone.
That's right, you don't.
I can turn it on that day. Big day. Yep. Everybody want my number?
Well, let's just email it to everybody, because otherwise it's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Circulate, okay. Cell numbers or.
Okay.
And store.
And the other thing is, think of other people as we get closer to Election Day, so that we have a presence, especially in the high-volume hours on Election Day, so that they can see a sign, like at the corner when they turn the corner to go up to vote. We can hold some of the signs, and think of other people who could do that too, like,
Yep.
I don't know, parents who are retired, or a kid who's between high school and college, or whatever. Doesn't
Yep.
take a lot, except
Look at
keep
that.
yourself entertained, but there's usually more than one person there, so we just need
Go
bodies.
borrow a big dog. They like to see animals
Put a
out there.
sandwich board on the
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
Could put a sandwich board on the dog.
What dog?
We gotta find a dog.
Oh,
I know someone who's got 4 of them.
We need big dogs.
They're big. Yeah.
Okay, what else?
The cable show,
Oh, the cable show, that's right.
not happening tonight.
No.
But I talked to Fred, who's got the big dogs, and he's a backup on our open space committee, but he never is here. But he said he was on cable. He would be glad to video us answering questions, and Lisa suggested Becky and I, but Becky's not available today, so maybe we can book a time with some questions. And he suggested 2 to 3 minutes. He goes, that's enough. He goes, you could start getting into 5-10 minutes and you lose people. So, we can stretch it to 5.
All right, let's see what we can do. I understand that, like I said before, 10 minutes is even a lot to fill. So I understand that, but you also have to, in this case, we have to set some context. We have to give some background about why this is, what buildings or what needs are, and then we can give the reasoning, and then we can even go into some of the mechanics like you did with your letter, so that we can just, it's just like a fireside chat and people understand a little bit better and go from there.
It's just one more place to catch a few people that don't
But also,
look at
if
other things.
it's turned into a YouTube video, then we can post it.
On the Facebook,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So then we can say, oh, just go to the, just go watch it real quick.
Okay, great.
So if we can get that done like in the next 2 weeks, I think we're in pretty good shape.
All right. So if anybody has anything that they think would be a good thing to bring up, just send it out to me or anybody. Put it out there. All right.
Oh, I think, just for clarification purposes, if you have conversations with everyone, earlier this week, we were asked if we wanted to have it was time to prepare the November town meeting warrant, and do we want our CPA article on the warrant? And so Sue reached out to our expert at the Alliance and confirmed that what we knew from the beginning is if we circulated a petition and it went right to the ballot, there was no need to vote on it at town meeting. Because the ballot is the final step in that part of the process.
Okay.
All right, and so he gave us really good information about that, and then putting the committee doesn't have to be put together immediately, but
yeah.
the
In a
monies,
year, you know?
yeah, the monies are still accumulating once it's been voted on. So just to clarify that, if anybody says, oh, and we'll vote on it at town meeting, which is what we would do with the debt exclusion or something like that, it has to be on the ballot and at town meeting. This, because of the way we collected signatures and did that, only the vote on the 5th is the end of it, that chapter. So,
Great
That's
planning,
one less
ladies,
thing.
great planning.
Hey, luck of the Bodkins.
great work, Dick.
Yeah, well, definitely. We've all done our part. It's good. So we'll see where it goes from here.
Where does the money, like when, sit at? Who holds the money?
You're the treasurer, man.
No, the financial officer.
Okay.
There's because it's an act and it applies to the entire state, there's a mechanism that can just be basically, sort of a plug-in unit that goes into their programming, and then it just, but it ends up with her keeping track of it, and then there's a revenue eventually from what's collected at the registry, and that comes together. But then, when we do have the committee and when we do go to town meeting, that's the presentation of here's where the monies have come from. And basically, this is what we have to start working with. Yep. So,
You probably want a smaller sign anyway than the big job. I'll make you a nice tapered,
just gonna personalize it.
yeah. Picture
gonna have
Dick on the back, you know?
Darts and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. He doesn't. Darts.
Tux.
Tux.
Oh,
We'll
do you have
tux.
do you have a tie?
Well, the top hat thing I
Yeah.
thought was a great, I don't know, I think that hat fits Dick though. All right, we won't pick on each other here. All right, I have the next 3 meetings written down here, just to say every Thursday till we get in. Not the last Thursday is Halloween.
Yeah.
Skip it. So, yeah.
No, if we get to the end and
We don't need to have a meeting.
right, it's easier to cancel it than it is to
Yep.
scramble to post it.
So they're all booked.
Yeah. Good.
All right. Anything? Oh, I didn't put anything unexpected in it. Within the last 48 hours. All right, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Need a second.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
Thank you, Sue.